I am Kingsley Ehivema. I'm based in Chicago. I'm a real estate developer in the city. We have a company called BOA, uh, put together by my son. So I'm just part of it. But before then, I have been a realtor, a broker in the city of Chicago for about 25 years. I'm proud to be in Benin today. With everything that I've been hearing, I'm surprised. Maybe my expectation was low, but I'm glad that I'm here and they beat all my expectations. I'm so comfortable. I will be coming back soon. But the last time I was here was actually 11 years ago. It's really not comparable. It has changed a lot. And one thing, the Benin was small, but now it's all over the place. I can't imagine myself coming to Benin. I won't even know the road the way I knew it before, but I know the center Benin, but not the part of Benin that was not part of the Benin city as we know it. Everything has really changed. You really can. The kids that were born then, they have a different mentality than the one that we have today, and that's the truth. To be honest with you, I was one of those kids when we were growing up. I didn't really care too much about our culture because the infusion of the white people were just too strong. Everybody were wearing jeans. We were not even wearing our own traditional attire the way that we wear it today. Fortunately for me, when I got to US, we continue on that route, but we're beginning to see the changes in us when we got to the white man's land. They have something that if we promote, if we show it to them, they will love it. So we're beginning to have a nostalgic feeling about where we came from. And then we started to promote ourselves. We didn't know it's going to take the route that it's going right now. We did, and before you know it, we look like the people that invented the culture in America. In the first place, we were the people of Chicago, the Edos of Chicago, Benin City, Benin people especially. We started doing our Igwe. A lot of people thought it was fetish, but we didn't think it was fetish. We thought it was something that we do every Christmas. My father was Okabe of Benin. I really did not grow up with him, so I did not really get that. We grew up with our mom. But every year when we were in the primary school, I went to the palace a few times with him. But that's not where I got this from. I got this from America. I found out that we are very rich in culture. Somebody need to tell the world that we're as proud as a people as anywhere in the world. And that's why we started this. We were the first that started Igwe. We were the first that started doing traditional wedding by Widow Kuku. Before you know it, it has spread like a wildfire. We had Igwe. If you go back to YouTube, it's still there, the first Igwe that was done outside the Benin City. At that time, we have a communication with Oba Tokbe, Irediawa of Oba of Benin. So we have a good communication. And then we have the deed symposium coming back to Chicago, they did exhibition. And that exhibition in 2007, the Omonoba sent her first daughter, Ebaka Okun, to Chicago with two chiefs. So the white people, they needed us to be authentic, to be part of the people that sponsored it. And that really did a whole lot. After that, we did Igwe Symposium in Detroit. And before you know it, it became like a household of activities all over the world. So I think your question was very right. To answer that, I did not get it from my parents, but I saw them doing it. Maybe it became an innate in me. It was something that I have to grow to bring up. There is no society, there is no community in the world that don't have a leader. We worship the priest the pastors, all those other ethnic groups have their leader. So we felt that we should have a leader that if anything happened, that we can call, that can put his wisdom with the people that are going to be working with him to resolve those issues before going to the law. There are things that don't need to be taken to the law, but there are things that you can settle at home. We read about how you, in the community, you have your household, you have your family. When something happens, those families settle it. When they can, they take it to their Kagbe or not Odionwe yet, not Enogi yet, but they take it to Okagbe as we read, as we talked about. Then after that, if it's still not resolved, they take it to Okagbe. After the Okagbe cannot resolve it, they take it to Odionwe. So we sat down and said, my Odionwe in America, they don't have Odionwe. Everything is just, it look glary, but there are things that they can learn from us. So we decided to install our Odionwe. We read about how you select an Odionwe, the oldest person, and don't misquote me if something is wrong, but this is our process. This is how we got ours. We have the oldest person have a root in that groups or in that village or in that environment. So we choose our Odionwe, David of Yahweh. He was the first that we know of that was in Chicago. And then he have his own house in the city of Chicago. So we decided to choose 3 more people. So we choose other 2 people. The other one is Billy Parker, my humble brother. And then we have Patrick Enogama to be to partner with him. And since we made him an Odionwe of Chicago, to be honest with you, he has done very well. He has unified the people, and they listen to him. They don't worship him, but they respect him. And he make even the man feel a whole lot, feel like we're giving him an opportunity to bring the community together. We are just part of the leadership. He's the oldest person in age and the oldest person in Chicago. So it just make it easy for us to make that choice. Mate bawe interview we na ioni nakmome emani moe meeting so me na de Anita Tasowe iwina no wina no wala o no wari oboyo yeke Edo Cultural Heritage Institute even you born wa wese nwine do erifo bowa emi ya no wariri gwalo ne no ya mo emedo make we ileketi noge manima ne matami bi mani de we amie na ya gedo oba no rekete ato oikpe oyugi on ya dugie oba ile be wi o wa wese wa be egene edehai